It's officially June, Gemini season, and our first full month of Jupiter in Gemini. Things are spicy this month, and my celestial invitation for you is to find your center throughout all of it. Welcome to your star forecast for the month of June 2024. I'm your host and astrologer, Kristy Gray. Okay, let's dive into the details, first with the dates you need to know about, and then we'll dive into the energy we'll all likely be faced with and how you can use it to your advantage. These dates won't be in chronological order. I'm going to share them with you in order of importance. The first one is the new moon in Gemini. The new moon is on the 6th of June, and to be honest with you, this new moon isn't actually my favorite. I wrote an article for Body and Soul on how to facilitate a dopamine detox for your zodiac sign. As you could say, the energy is somewhat chaotic. We will have a Gemini stellium in the sky, and so finding your center, protecting your peace, and supporting your nervous system will be key. I'll give you some more insights to this in a moment. The full moon in Capricorn is on the 22nd of June, and that is such a great time to focus on your commitments. Anytime the moon is in Capricorn, but especially a full moon, it represents a culmination point, and Capricorn rules ambition and success, so it's a perfect opportunity to check in. Use it to check in on your manifestation work, strengthening your relationships, and also how you can build abundance. This particular full moon is actually known as the strawberry full moon, so think of your life getting a little bit sweeter. We'll be navigating the sun in Gemini for the majority of the month. It's not going to move into the constellation of Cancer until the 21st of June. That's when we can celebrate all of our Cancerian queens because it's your season. But we will have Gemini energy lingering throughout most of the month. And so, yeah, it's a great time for socializing, connection, communication, generating ideas, and having fun. And that's because Gemini rules all forms of communication. So writing, speaking, teaching, that's the playful sign. It loves banter, loves a good debate. And so it is like you can write poetry in Gemini season, you can write a book, you can spend more time with your friends, you can learn new skills. Like it's the perfect time to do that. But I always say, and it's interesting because Gemini is associated with the lungs, is Gemini season can leave you breathless. It can sweep you off your feet and you end up feeling overwhelmed. So that's why it's so important to incorporate so much calm into your day as possible. But by the time we get into Cancer season, we'll all be in our feels. And if you're on my side of the world, I'm located on the Gold Coast in Australia, we're in the middle of winter. So Cancer season for us normally marks this time to seek out comfort and retreat to our homes. However, if you're in the summer months on the other side of the world, like still use Cancer season as this opportunity to freshen up your space rather than retreat to it. So it has like this new energy and frequency, and it feels like your personal oasis. A beautiful tip if you're wanting to freshen up energy in the home, I should really save this for Cancer season, but I'll give it to you now, is if you move 27 items in your home, which is a number associated with Feng Shui, you actually bring more energy, or I should say new energy, into the home environment. Now, let's move on to some special dates that you need to know about. So on the 3rd of June, Jupiter in Gemini will trine Pluto in Aquarius. So whatever has been manifesting for you, thoughts, ideas throughout May and also the beginning of this month, in the realm of expansion, wisdom, your beliefs, even seeing what's possible for the future, this transit will likely give you a head start to propel your vision forward. So just make sure you're open to receive and think that no thought is a silly thought, and I would definitely have a notes app dedicated in your phone to anything that's coming up. The next one will be on the 17th of June. Mercury, the planet of communication, and Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and money, they're going to be conjunct in the constellation of Cancer. It's such a great day, and even the lead up to that day, for clarity in love, money, or both. So take note of your dreams, keep a dream journal, as your intuition will be elevated. Last but not least, we need to talk about Saturn. So I know how many of you love Saturn out there. It is still my favorite planet because Saturn is our wisest teacher. Saturn will go retrograde before the month ends, but it's not happening until the 30th of June. And we'll absolutely unpack this closer to the time so you know how to use it to your advantage. And the reason why is that I don't want to give you too much information on it now, but I'm going to give you some insights as to prepare, is because it's going to be retrograding until mid-November. So ultimately, it's nothing that you need to worry about. Like when Mercury retrogrades, we feel it so much because it's a personal planet, it's closer to us. Saturn's an outer planet, but it doesn't mean it's not going to affect us. It's just a slow burn, you could say. But if you'd like to prepare for this transit, look for where Pisces is in your natal chart. What house does Pisces govern over? Do you have any planets in Pisces, especially if they're between 12 and 19 degrees? And that's because Saturn will retrograde from 19 degrees back to 12 degrees up until November. So any areas of mastery and growth that are required in your life, this is the part of your natal chart that will be in the spotlight. Overarching energy theme for June is we're going to have a few square-offs between planets at the beginning of the month, and then we head towards more oppositions in the second half. This means you'll need to redefine and readjust throughout the beginning of the month, and be on alert on the second half to embrace change and flow rather than force. So pay attention to the words you speak, because the words you speak become the house you live in at the beginning of the month. And pay attention to your internal world and how you feel, and seek out security at all costs, whether that's feeling safe in your physical body or whether that's feeling safe in your home, feeling safe and deserving of your manifestations as well towards the second half of the month. And of course, I'll give you more insight along the way. Thank you for tuning in to the Cosmic Hotline for your monthly dose of cosmic wisdom at a glance. I hope you have the most stellar weekend ahead, and I'll be back on Monday for a brand new week. But until then, keep exploring the stars within and without.